Scotland take on Greece at Hampden Park on Sunday night in the second leg of their Nations League relegation playoff, following a winner from Scott McTominay in the first half in Piraeus. Here's 5 key takeaways from Thursday's fixture. Starting at number 5, Steve Clarke decided against reverting back to a 5 at the back formation following Kieran Tierney's return from injury. And it begs the question as to just what the Arsenal fullback's new role will be in the starting lineup. Next up, Craig Gordon made his 80th appearance for Scotland in their game against Greece last night and is showing no signs of slowing down. The Hearts goalkeeper could prove pivotal in Scotland's hopes of World Cup qualification ahead of the 2026 tournament. George Hirst made his Scotland debut, coming on as a substitute late into the second half. Despite not having much to do, Hirst's involvement only further highlighted Steve Clarke's mission to future-proof the Scotland squad. Following a viral press conference last week, Lennon Miller is yet to make his Scotland debut. Should Scotland bolster their lead early into Sunday's fixture, there is no reason why the Motherwell youngster shouldn't make an appearance. And finally, Lewis Ferguson made his competitive debut for Scotland in last night's win. Ferguson proved pivotal for the Scotland squad with some great runs down the left-hand side and some fantastic link-up play in the midfield. Ferguson should prove pivotal in Sunday night's game. Will Scotland remain in League A of the Nations League? We'll find out on Sunday night.
I'm not going to go in and be the best player there, but I believe that I could, maybe in a couple of months, be the best player there, and I think that's how you need to think as a football player. You need to want to be the best, so no, that's what I'll look to go into.
It's Derby Day this Sunday as Hearts and Hibs are both hoping to continue their fantastic runs of form. Head coach David Gray feels that his Hibs side should have the advantage coming into the matchup, having come out on top in their last 2 meetings with their Edinburgh rivals.
I think you don't want to get carried away in it as well, so it is about managing the expectations of the players and making sure they're aware of it. The fact this is the 3rd time we've played them is better for the players because they know exactly what to expect now. You know, it's not as if it's the first time we've met. Some players who've joined the club, especially our squad, only really Alassana met us, obviously joined us in January, so he's the only one that's never really experienced a derby before. So we have got a bit of experience in that front, so they know exactly what to expect. It is about the team that can be calm in the chaos because there's always all sorts of chaos that goes on within the game. So it is about managing that and having the right mentality to be able to deal with that, but also playing with that intensity and desire that you know is always going to be there in a derby.
It's Hearts versus Hibs this Sunday. Kick-off is at 12:30.
When you how important the 3rd goal was, and thankfully you got that today, and then you went on and convinced them in the game.
What about Keelan, obviously recovering from the concussion and like get 2 goals?
Yeah, I think we had 3 or 4 boys this week that were patched up, and we were a wee bit concerned that they weren't going to make the game. Keelan come through it, and obviously Keelan getting 2.
I'm Sam Conde, and here are your daily news headlines on Friday the 7th of March, brought to you by Arnold Clark Rewards. Buy a car, download the app and get rewarded. Rangers manager Barry Ferguson feels that his side are not out of the woods just yet as they welcome Fenerbahce to Ibrox next week in the Europa League round of 16 second leg.
There's no way that I'm getting carried away here. This is only half time in the tie. Fenerbahce are, in my opinion, as I said yesterday, a very good team who I think are one of the favourites to win this competition, and also they've got one of the best managers that's ever been, so they're going to be hurting.
Fenerbahce manager Jose Mourinho did not hold back when asked about any promising signs his side displayed in their defeat to Rangers last night.
And from this game I don't take any positive. Everything went wrong. And the good actions we had and the good chances we created, Jack Butland made a fantastic saves. So even that went wrong. So there are no positives of the match today. The only thing positive is that we have a second match to play. That's the only positive.
And finally, Livingston boss David Martindale insists that his side will not be distracted by their Scottish Cup tie against St Johnstone as they continue to push for promotion.
Wednesday's got no impact on Monday's game, Monday's got no impact on Saturday's game, and that's kind of what we spoke about as a group, and I think it's important to coach that way. So you can't change the past, you put it to bed.
For all the latest breaking news headlines, make sure to subscribe to PLZ Soccer's YouTube channel and download the app on Google Play and the App Store.
To win his first Old Firm game, Simon Coyce.
I'm surprised it didn't.
Yeah, there's much more positive outlook, and he wants us to play. You know, he wants us to play football and not go long all the time, which is what I suit anyway. So I prefer to do that. So yeah, nothing really. Obviously, goalkeeping wise, just stop the ball from going in the net. But playing out the back is a lot more. You know, he likes that a lot more. So that's good, and I enjoy doing that. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's still like you've got to prove yourself every game, but you know, I feel like the team's maybe turning a bit. It's getting a bit more settled. We've got like a clear identity on what we need to do. But yes, I wouldn't say. You still got to perform. So we still got to put in the results and the hard work. So don't take anything for granted.
Former Celtic star Chris Commons has urged the board to back Brendan Rodgers with this season's Champions League prize money in order to ensure that Celtic reach the elite European competition next season. Commons believes that their recent outing against Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena on Tuesday night has restored the club's European credibility, and he now asks that the club gives the manager the cash he needs to build an even better squad ahead of next season.
They've spent, a good amount of money, but what they have done in this last couple of windows, they've spent it wisely. And they bought in quality, they bought in players that go straight into that starting 11, and that's what you want to do. You want to go and identify players that are between £6 and £10 million that could potentially be worth 20-30 million. I think obviously next season there'll be a few more people that will be invested into the squad. But yeah, if you're looking for invest quality, you're looking to take it to that next step, or at least give you a chance for that next step, then you'll be looking at players in the bracket of 10, 11, 12 million at minimum without any question.
Rangers CEO Patrick Stewart has told the club's TV channel that he will continue to back Philippe Clement despite his side's shock exit from the Scottish Cup, ending their hunt for domestic silverware. Rangers have refused to comment on reports of an imminent takeover by an investing company linked to NFL franchise the San Francisco 49ers. Any bid would be subject to the SFA rules on ownership as well as the UEFA guidelines on financial stability. There is also the major hurdle of share acquisition amongst the current shareholders. St Johnstone boss Simo Valakari has urged his fans to continue to get behind his side as they attempt a great escape from relegation to the Championship. The Saints currently sit 6 points adrift at the bottom of the table, with key games against Hearts, Ross County and Dundee on the horizon. In an exclusive interview with Cara Henderson on PLZ Soccer's YouTube channel, Valakari has stated that while he doesn't mind St Johnstone fans criticising and booing his side, he needs their positivity in the run-in.
They have been supporting the team, they have been supporting the club, they have showed the frustration and anger when it needed to, but at the same time they have showed their support and happiness when needed to. So only thing what I ask, be yourself.
Hear more from Simo Valakari as he talks about Mackenzie Kirk and his long and short term plans for the future of St Johnstone in his exclusive interview with Cara Henderson on PLZ Soccer's YouTube channel.